everyone, I'm Wolf, and I know a lot of you are thinking about school again, because next Monday school is about to start again, or at least for everyone who is not in higher education. The thing is, I wanted to do something in the back to school vibe. I wanted to give myself a new challenge for the new school year. The challenge is going to be a reading challenge because I like reading a lot. And that was one of my favorite things in school. The reading challenge is going to be an ABC challenge. You have to know my average number of books that I read in one whole year is about 20, and there are 26 letters in the alphabet. So that might be a problem. That's also why I already took a head start with one of the books, so I'm sorry for that. I have made a list of all the books in my personal collection that I haven't read, and it makes up an ABC list. So starting with the A is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. That's completely in one book. This is a book that I bought in Oxford, and I have read the first part, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, in Dutch, but I haven't read it in English, so that will be a new one. Then Bones of the Lost, then A Clockwork Angel of Cassandra Clare, there's 3 C's in there. Then Dracula from Bram Stoker. That's the one I've already started and I'm almost finished with that one. It could be that next week I upload a video about it. So I'm sorry that I already started, but I really want to complete this challenge and I don't know if I can read 26 books in a whole year. So starting from this week on, I will try to at least read as much books of this list as possible. It is possible that a few of the letters might change during the year if I have to read a book for school, because this challenge plus books for school, it's already possible that I won't be able to complete this challenge. It is a challenge after all. For the E, we have Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. Then for the F, another classic one that I have read in Dutch, but I haven't read in English. I bought the English version only last year. So for the F, Frankenstein. Then for the G, Grimalkin Manor. For the H, I have Heat Wave from Richard Castle. Then the I, that's going to be the biggest challenge because it's the biggest book on this list. It from Stephen King. I got that one for New Year's from my dad, and yeah, I started to read it like 10 pages, but it's a really hefty one and I was like, I cannot take this one everywhere, and I read most of my books when I am traveling, so... But I am going to try to complete this one in bed. Then I don't have to take him with me. Then the J, Jane Eyre. That's also a classic that I haven't read because I don't really like cheesy stories. But I do have that one in my collection, so I'm bound to read it sometime. Then for the K and the L, it was impossible to find a title starting with a K or an L in my English collection. I do have books starting with that letter in Dutch. Koning van Katoren, a classic in Dutch literature, but I don't know if other people know it. The L is Lord Edgware Sterft, or in English, Lord Edgware Dies. So it is an Agatha Christie novel, and I have that one in Dutch. Then for the M, I have Mary Queen of Scots, which is in English again. Then Naked Heat, also from Richard Castle. One Foot Wrong for the O. For the P, I have another one that is a classic, a cheesy classic that I have in my collection because it's a classic, but I have never read that one, which is Pride and Prejudice. So I'll try to read it. Then for the Q, it's already a miracle that I found one with the Q. Quidditch Through the Ages. I have already discussed the Tales of Beedle and the Bard, and this one was in the same collection, so I just haven't started reading it. Then for the R, I have another classic from William Shakespeare. I have Richard III. We have bought Richard III in the Globe Theatre in London, so it's a special one. For the S, we have Shadow Web. Then T is Treasure Island. That's also a classic that I haven't read before, just because it's not that well known in Belgium. Then for the U and the V, I haven't found an English one. So again, I went through my Dutch collection. And the first one is again an Agatha Christie that I have in Dutch, not in English. It's Poirot's Praktijk. Loosely translated, that would be From Poirot's Practice. I think the original title was something else, but I don't know. I don't have that one in my student housing, so I couldn't check. It is in my collection at my dad's house. Then the V is Verslaafd. That's one of the books over there. Then Wolf Hall. I think that one is right next to the Occamy. For the X, I haven't found any books in my English, Dutch or French collection, so the X will be one that I'll be missing. For the Y, I have Year of the Dragon, but it's also in my collection at my dad's house. And for the Z, I have Zarigoto. Zarigoto is also one I have started before, but it's not really one I like. So that might be difficult. This complete list is my challenge, and I will conclude this video with that. Please subscribe. Till next week.